Happy Sunday, everyone. How's everyone doing today?
Hello, you are all welcome back to our channel. Yet again, we have something exciting to talk about, to related to the previous video that we put up. So I'm excited to get into it with you and my husband.
All right, so today we're going to be talking about online dating, and this is actually part of our story from the first video that we shot, and we'd just like to talk a little bit about our experience with online dating. So I'm going to go ahead and start this off. We met on Facebook dating, and I don't know about any of you. I don't know about where you were at or how you met. We met through online dating, obviously, and I had been on one other online dating site prior, and this was years ago. And my experience with that other online dating site was, it felt like there were a lot of fake profiles, kind of catfishy type of people on there.
Yeah.
So when I found out about the Facebook dating, I didn't automatically, like jump on and sign on and create an account. It took
How
me
did you
actually.
find out?
I think a friend might have mentioned it or something through a conversation, and it was just a conversation about what he was going through and some drama that had happened through somebody he met on the Facebook dating site. So it must have been about, I don't know, 3, 4, 5 months later that I actually decided to give it a try, and I actually got on. Let me say I was looking for, or I was praying for a wife, but I was not looking. And that might sound a little strange maybe to some of you, but I was praying, and I had my eyes open, but I had my heart open, but I was also waiting for God to show me the person. So when I got onto Facebook dating, you know, ask you to put your location. I think it might even ask you, the distance you're willing to go.
Yeah.
It asks you to kind of give a short bio about yourself, which could be kind of tricky. Like you don't want to sound like you're all that, but you want
Yeah.
to sound like you want to sell yourself. Anyways, so I did that, and uh, what had happened was I started to get some messages of some sort, but
Mhm. Which
they
messages from people directly or suggestions?
the suggestions,
Yeah.
the messages of suggestions. And when you go in and you kind of click to see who the suggested person, you kind of try to read their bio. And what I was looking for is a Christian woman. I had been praying for a Christian woman. I'm a Christian. And what had actually caught my eye with my wife was, in her pictures she smiled a lot. So in the different pictures that she posted, everywhere she was at, she smiled. So that told me, a smile can tell you a lot about a person. So that told me that this is a person that loves life, who has a reason to smile everywhere she's going, and whatever she's doing, she's going to be happy and want to smile for the camera. And so that's how I came to. Did I match with you? Did I? How do you do it? Anyways, I forgot.
I think you send a request, and if the other person likes your profile, then they will match with you.
Okay.
And then after that is when you can get into having messaging yourself, sending yourself messages after both of you are, mutually interested.
Not yeah, not sending yourself messages, sending the other person a message, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Something
That's
like
okay. You understand it. I
Yeah.
understand it. So I don't remember if did I message you first. I think that was a question.
Yes, my husband messaged me first But until today, he tells people that I messaged him. I went into his DMs and put
She
in
blew
all
up my
this.
DM. Yeah.
It's not true. My best friend has evidence of this. She took screenshots because I sent her screenshots. So that's something.
Really?
Yes. So my husband messaged me, and I think he the first comment after saying hi, how are you, was something about my smile. So I clearly remember that. And then we just, like any other people that were messaging me, we went on ahead um to send messages every once in a while, until I think after like 2 weeks of messaging on Facebook, he asked for my number. Maybe a week and a half, he asked for my number, and I was really willing to give him my number because he was a gentleman. I could tell, in the way we were holding conversations. So that's the other side of my story.
There weren't any other like ulterior. What is it called? Ulterior motives? Is that what it was? Is that what it's called?
Ulterior.
Whatever it's called. Like there wasn't. I was trying to be real and to the point, but I was really more interested in getting to know her, and my goal was to get off the Facebook messages and be able to get her number and have a conversation with her, because I was really liking her and I was very curious. I wanted to get to know her, and I was like, I want to be patient, but I also want to be in a hurry in the sense of meeting her, because prior to that, I think there were some fake profiles, and the English was a little off, and then they said they needed help. Their family member or somebody was gonna have surgery. They didn't have money for. There was just so many different
people.
They didn't have money for surgery, or they don't have food, which.
Yeah.
At that time, it was during the pandemic, and I mean, you feel horrible when you get a message and somebody's saying, that my family doesn't have any money, or they're we're hungry, but again, you have to kind of use a little bit of wisdom or caution in wanting to send someone money, because
you don't know what really you're getting yourself into. I have a question for my husband, and by the way, just to make it real and interesting, we haven't discussed about this topic in depth before, so everything on here is just coming fresh from us. So my question is, had you gone on dates because you were already on Facebook? Had you gone on dates, or had you started conversations with some people that you thought might be potential before I even popped up on your suggestions?
Yeah, that's a good question. I did have some conversations with a few people here and there, but one thing that I've noticed about online dating, my experience was that after you connect or match or whatever that is, that the conversation might be kind of just basic, kind of just, how are you? Good. How are you? Good. What do you do? I do this. What do you do? I do this. How long you been on here? So it's kind of the basic, very just basic questions. And then what you notice is a lot of people fall off. They just, after so many back and forth questions, they just disappear. They don't respond. Maybe they find someone, I guess they find someone, or they get tired of it, or they give up, or maybe they have other distractions. Life shows up, and some of them are they're straight to the point. What are you looking for? And you'd be surprised. Some people are not actually looking for love. They're not looking for marriage. They're just looking for
hookups.
Yeah.
Or convenience,
Right.
Anything like that. There are so many words to describe it, but everyone has a reason they are on online dating. So my experience with online dating, first of all, prior to speaking to my now husband, I had got on online dating, I think about a month or a month and a half before that. So I wasn't on online dating. I didn't even know what that was until my best friend told me, oh, there is this online dating on Facebook. So fast forward, I didn't even have a Facebook account. So I had to start with the basics. I got onto Facebook, and then I was looking for the icon for Facebook dating, and it wasn't showing up. I kept looking and asking her, how come I don't see the Facebook dating? She said, oh, maybe because you just opened your account, so give it a little while. So anyway, fast forward, the icon came on after a week and a half or maybe 2 weeks, and then it popped up as a suggestion for me to, on Facebook. I was like, yeah, this is it. So I went on there, put my profile up. By the way, these profiles with online dating, it's like marketing. So if you think you haven't done marketing before in your life, well, you probably have done marketing for yourself. So I went on, put my profile, and that's how I got connected with I got suggestions of a number of people. I got fake accounts as well. Some people, they reach out saying hello, hi, which is the basics, and then they ask for your number, or even not ask for your number, but then later, after speaking to you for a few days, they start selling you like cryptocurrency and all of these things. Most of these people are just looking out for business. So they are putting their business out there on different platforms, So I got into some of those, and I was like, oh, this dating thing is a hassle. I got onto some that were real people, but their intentions didn't match my intentions. They either wanted hookups or convenience. Some people were looking for like sugar daddy and sugar mommy, that word. Some, I got onto some that I actually went on dates. Baby, did you go on any dates with anyone?
I don't remember if I did. From that, I think I met with somebody, but it was very short. It wasn't actually a date.
Okay.
Yeah, just like a quick meeting.
Oh yeah.
Here and there, like kind of just like, oh hey, all right, I gotta go, or something like that. Not a date.
I went on a few dates, maybe 2-3 dates, and these people were responsible and all of that. They were real people, but we were still not at the same level. They either weren't Christian, and for me that was something that was important for me, or it just did not match. So for me that's how my experience was. There's something my husband told me after I met him and we went on a date. I think a week or 2 weeks after, I went on another date with someone else. Now, I brought this up because I was being honest, it's the truth. And I think it did not really go well with him. He kept asking me, why did you go on another date with someone else after I had gone on a date with you? So that's something I'm bringing out there for discussion. Just leave a message, a comment in the comment section. Let me know if that's something that you experienced, and do you think he overreacted?
Yeah. Leave a comment if you're comfortable, kind of explaining your experiences, if you'd like. And I had told her this when I first met her. She said she doesn't remember what I told her I was going to marry her. The moment she stepped off the car and looked at me, I knew I was going to marry her. I knew it. It was just a confirmation. I just knew it. I was going to marry her. And and I told her, and she didn't believe me, and I was serious, and to this day I'm still serious about being married to her. So um yeah, leave a comment if you're comfortable. Let us know what your experience has been with online dating. You know, how long have you been on? Did you meet someone? Did you go on dates? Have you been married? From the experience.
Exactly. Let us know. And if you have any questions, or you need us to go in detail on anything regarding this topic, please leave it down in the comment section. We are happy to interact with you that way. Also, if you have any questions for us on how we got from Facebook to marriage, because we did not date a lot, we did not go date for your normal kind of time, which would be like a year or something like that.
Yeah.
So let us know, and we could have that conversation with you. And yeah.
Yes, let us know. I was just thinking about that as well, because we went on a few dates. We actually went, was it during, when was the first time we met? Was it November?
Yeah, we met in November, the
Of
end of
2022,
November.
2020, I'm sorry,
Yes.
2020. We met in November. We went on a few dates. She worked a lot, and that's one thing that I admire about her. She's a go-getter. She works a lot. I don't have that kind of schedule. I'm very flexible in my schedule. I don't work a whole lot. When I work, but I don't work a lot. Anyways, and so it was hard for us to find time to go on dates and do things. But I do remember for my birthday we went out February 1st.
Yeah.
My birthday we went out. She took me out for dinner, and then we went out for Valentine's, and we lost connection for a little while. Yeah, we lost some for a little time, but understand, life shows up. I was still thinking about her. I was still praying, and it was in a very rough time in my life. I had lost my sister and my mom in that same year, and so you just never know what life, how life would show up for people. But I stayed strong, and I stayed prayed up, and I stayed connected with her, and so here we are today.
Here we are with the love of my life.
Yes. So we're gonna wrap up.
Yes,
All
we're
right.
gonna wrap up now.
Wait, before we wrap up, so I was gonna say, here we are, happily ever after, and what a coincidence that it is, because we are reading this amazing book called Happily Ever After by Gary Chapman. And so along in our journey, just kind of want to share with you what we've learned, what we're learning in the book. We also recently started some life group marriage classes at our church. So we do one on a Tuesday evening and on a Friday evening, and they're very insightful. We're learning a lot from a lot of different people who've been married for a very long time. But in this book, what I've read recently, and what I'd like to share with you all, is we're on a part where it's talking about love language and communication. So there's a part in this book that, and I'm going to just summarize it. It's talking about when a person is communicating to you, and maybe a wife is telling you husbands, or maybe a husband is telling you wives, oh, you're going out again, or you got to do that thing again. And that is that person's way of communicating their love language, which is
quality time.
Quality
I'd rather
time.
have you stay with them.
Yeah.
But instead of asking you, hey honey, could you stay with me? Instead of you going, they would ask you, they will, kind of question, oh, you're going out again?
Instead of learning the new way to communicate, hey baby, please, do you mind just staying home for tonight? I'd really like to spend some time with you. I'd like for you to know about my day. I really wish you would ask me, about my day, and I don't have anybody to talk to about whatever's going on. But we don't tend to do that. We tend to use the negative. And it talked earlier about most couples are in a conflict solution and not a what was the word that I said last week, in regards to a solution based, I'm missing the word right now, but you kind of understand.
Yeah, go back to our video and get that insight
Yes.
on what my husband was talking
Yeah.
about.
If you haven't got this, go out and get it. Again, we don't make any money, but we're learning a lot. We'd love for you to learn some of the things that we're learning. If you haven't, also leave a comment. If you have some good marriage books that you've read, please leave them in the comment section. Click like and click subscribe to our channel, and hopefully that we can follow each other on this journey, and we can have better, fruitful marriages. Thank you.
Exactly. Please leave a comment, like this video, subscribe, hit the notification button, and we'll be with you next week.